Hello, my name's Ryan Stevenson with Best Equipment Company. Today we're going to go over winterization for a Ring-O-Matic 550 high CFM unit. We're going to begin here at the control panel for winterization. We do have a decal inside the control panel here detailing the steps, but we are going to go over each one of those steps today and do a walk around so you have a visual of what each one of those components are. So we're going to begin the process by ensuring that our trailer is level in order to get all the water to drain out of the water tanks themselves. Once we have the water or the unit level, we are going to come back to our main drain valve. We're going to open the main drain valve and allow the water to drain from the unit. Once the water tanks are drained, we close our ball valve and we can come to our water strainer. We need to drain the water out of the strainer as well by removing the plug at the bottom of the strainer. Once we've drained all the water out of that, we can put the plug back in and we're ready to move on. Once we have the tank drained and our water strainer is drained as well, we're ready to move to the back of the unit to the hose reel operation. I'll meet you back there. Okay, now we're at the back of the unit. We want to make sure that our hose reel, we don't have any connections to the hose reel itself. We have an open hose and we're going to pull all of the hose off of the reel to ensure we don't have any water laying in the reel. Once we have all the hose off of the reel assembly, we're going to reel the hose back onto the reel. As we do this, gravity is draining water out of the hose to ensure we don't have any water remaining in this section. Once we have our hose reeled back onto the reel assembly, we're going to take the end and we're going to connect to our storage and recirculation port located at the bumper assembly. Once this is connected, we're going to move around the side, take the tension out of the reel, and set our lock so our reel doesn't inadvertently unwind. The last step we have is we need to check the antifreeze in the tank, which is on the street side of the trailer. I'll meet you over there. Okay, now on the street side of the unit, we come to our antifreeze tank. This antifreeze tank should be full prior to leaving to ensure you don't run out during the day when you're winterizing the unit during cold weather operation. Refer to your owner's manual for the proper dilution rates for your area and the temperatures associated with your use. So now that we have all our water drained from the system, we have our hose connected to the winterization port. We ensured that our antifreeze tank is full of fluid. I then can come around and I'm going to open my antifreeze drain port. By activating my drain port, I'm allowing fluid to flow from the antifreeze through the circuit to our water pump, and we're ready to begin our controls inside for operation. In the control panel, we're going to turn the engine to run, allow the computer to boot, and then we're going to start the unit. Once the unit is running, we're going to activate our water pump by depressing the water pump switch. Once we turn the pump on, the pump will not activate because we have no water in the system. The pump will not run because the low water switch is activated. We then depress the antifreeze switch, pressing and holding this pressing and holding the antifreeze button for 45 to 60 seconds, allowing that fluid to circulate through the entire system. We will know that we have full circulation through the system when we see the antifreeze come back into the tank through our return hose here. You will see on this case we had pink fluid. This will come up and enter back into the tank assembly, ensuring that the system has been fully winterized. From there, we're going to shut down the water pump, turn our water pump off, turn our engine off, and we are now ready for storage, cold weather storage. Now that the unit's been winterized, we have one final step, and that's to ensure all of our guns have been drained. We have no fluid trapped in these. To freeze, in order to empty the fluid, remove the caps, pull the trigger, and make sure all the fluid is drained out of each one of your guns, whether that's your low pressure or your excavation wand itself. Both of these will need to be completed. And that concludes our winterization of the Ring-O-Matic unit. If you have any additional questions, please contact Best Equipment Company at 800-372-BEST.